Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Abe. How are you? Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Jim. Matthew, welcome to the room. Good morning. Pat, how are you, sir? Good morning. Steven, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's talk about a couple of things that were of great deal of importance. Yes, yesterday, if you were in the room, you saw that conversation that we had. We saw the choppy price action initially, and then this captain set up long signal that we had, and that lent itself to a huge, massive move. We talked about a target of 650 as a short-term target that the market was heading to, and we even got better than that into the 720 range. Now we're getting a little bit of a back and fill type of behavior. The next target of this type of rotation is going to be 736.75. As long as the 200 NT Rinko is short, there will be a pressure in the market toward that target. So right now, we have a 200 and 100 that are in sync on the long side, on the short side, and we have a target of 636.75 on NASDAQ. We have a reversal target way up there at the 700s. We will reevaluate the market from the short perspective if we end up trading above 700 this morning. Harmony zone number one as a resistance is 86.75 by 96.75 or 711 by 721. And we're looking for Globex is 711.75. We're looking for rallies to short into this market. All right, guys. So 1 minute from the cash market open. As far as news, let's take a look. We have consumer confidence at the top of the hour, along with Jolt's job opening. So those are market mover. So just watch your positions as we approach that time. Good luck to everybody. Let's stay focused and get it done. A little bit of buying interest right here, but let's see at the open here. 51. Okay, yeah, they're backing and filling. That's fine. A little bit of a push. We may end up getting up to this level right here. So there's a bit of a rounding behavior coming in on this market. Here we go. A switch. If they put a switch trade right here, then we're going to be pushing up. I mean, interesting. They put a captain setup short here, and they push it lower. All right. So my inclination is on rallies to get short. I mean, that is a captain setup right here. My data is delayed. All right. Yeah, my data is delayed a little bit. Let me fix that. Where's the price? Where's the price at again? 75, 78, 76. Okay. Yeah, bear with me, guys. I mean, I don't know why it's taking this long to get back in sync. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to restart my Ninja Trader and see if that does something. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Hey, good morning, DJ. Yeah, good morning, Sheila. Good morning, DJ. Bear with me one moment. We're just getting reconnected here. There we go. Let's see if that cost us any good trades. Okay, I can see that they're trying to move their way toward harmony zone number one, right? So that's the 85 range. There we go. Looks like it's a quiet open to begin with here. So here we go. So we're coming up to harmony zone number one. They put a captain set up short right here at 66, and now they're putting another captain set up short at 74 against harmony zone number one as a resistance. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, so these rallies are uh, somewhat weak. And as long as we continue to trade under 700, our focus should be on looking at these rallies from the perspective of a short opportunity. Adam, good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning. A potential captain set up short on the 44 if we break 66. That's another. Yeah, here we go. We're getting a little bit of that reaction. 40 NT Rinko captain set up short. Seventy is gone. We had the first touch of it. Yeah, we're getting a reaction. I mean, that's just interesting. The big target, if 700 holds, the big target is gonna be uh, 636. How we doing on the quotes, by the way? Are we lining up with you guys or no? Okay, perfect, perfect. So we got multiple levels here, the 82, the 84, the 86, the 700. All these levels need to hold up for the shorts, and ultimately we need to break the 63 level. That's the rising trend that the market is putting on. And there's a lot of noise here. You know, this move from 45 to 80, about 35 points or so. It's fairly, doesn't have a lot of momentum to it. 700 is a big time resistance. The 65 to 60 is a lot of support. And right here, that is an area where as long as we continue to trade under 80, this should push lower with an 80 stop. Really? 76 and a half. Yeah, we should see a push. I want to see how well I'm connecting with this market before we start putting on any trades. I mean, we have captain set up short on the 20, captain set up short on the 40 with the 80 stop. We need to see a 63 break, and then any rally after that becomes a lot more stable on the short side. Remember, we have the top of the hour news that's critical. That's a market mover. Well, here we go. I mean, that's good. That's good. I mean, now they're running into the support area, and a market that is very choppy is going to do exactly what this market just did, which is a bounce between that 65-60 level. Now, if we get anything to that 78, $75, okay. A switch trade right here, which is a close of 66.75. That's a short signal, a continuation of the higher level short signal. So you see that right here? That's not what I'm trying to do. Hold on. I had the wrong ATM going, and right here, it's a one contract trade really, from 69, stop is 74. You're looking at a 63, but 63 is holding up, and there's really not a lot of momentum. Yeah, look at that. They're putting on a captain setup. So you got a captain setup here, another captain setup here within a 15-point range. They're gonna toss this market around. There's not a lot of momentum at the 65-60 area. So that switch trade should have at least tested the 63. So there's a the longs are not that excited, and the shorts don't have the conviction yet. And I think it's just a market that's waiting for the news. So just be basically under trade this environment. It's a fading the edges type of environment. Like the 65.60 is a buy into an 80.85 sell. That's the range that we are in. And it's literally the middle of the range type of trading. The bias is on the short side, but you need 63 break for momentum. I mean, here they can put on a captain setup switch trade, then run it up into the zone. I mean, that would be an idea that the market is working on. That 40 NT Rinko captain setup is still valid. And if we break anything under that 66, you're going to get a momentum below it. And we have news in 9 minutes. The bias here is to the short side. Yeah, we're going to get that. It looks like we're going to get that flush. The key is the 80. The 80 they gotta stay. It's almost like whenever you get to that 66, 60 level, just fading for 3 4 points, 3 4 points, 3 4 points. Every single time they get here, you're good for 3 4 points, if not more. Some of them really ran up 15 points. But that's just the kind of market that we're seeing right now. So if you're a trader that's looking for the break, it's a challenging market right here. And we've seen this yesterday, how the market just spent so much time, just, fail breaking both sides before actually produced a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko, and it just took off. They're doing the same exact thing today. So under trade, and almost you have to wait for the break to happen and the retest of the market and then participate. And the break is going to look like this. It's going to look at a break below 60.55, and then the market runs up and then start to move in a way that gives us a signal to get short. That would be the short idea. The long idea would have to materialize in the form of breaking above 82 and 85 and then making higher lows and break the 700. That's how the longs will behave. Anything short of that is the sluggish price action, which you have to be extremely nimble. Like literally, you got to get into that 66, buy, sell every 3 points. If that's the game you want to play, then you know, that's the game you want to play. I'd rather wait for the news to show up, watch for the break and how the market retests, then look for a move that takes us to the next big target, which is 686.75. And then we have another target that takes us below 600 after that into 96.75. Those are the bigger targets that we have on the short side. Here comes that break. Yeah, a switch trade right here would be a nice move by the shorts. So a break below 61.75 will create a bit of momentum. Well, that's, yeah, be careful, Adam. This is the kind of environment that does you in. Like literally, this is the kind of environment that does you in. Because you're really looking for a break, and it just is the price action is just tossing around. It's really not breaking. You really got to break below that 60, the 60. I mean, it showed a little bit of promise here. You're failing this captain setup long, which is really a positive thing. I think the market is just simply waiting for that news in a minute, you know? So that's not, you don't want to be stuck in any trade right here. You just want to see and the odds are, I mean, we're going to get a sell off, but, you know, we're just going to have to wait for the market to tip its hand here, and it's coming up in less than a minute. You have a lot of patterns here that are short patterns. That's even better. Yeah, you gotta give the market a little bit of room. Let the crazy noise play out. And here it comes. Sell off. Yep, there it goes. That's exactly what you want to see, actually, too, on the short side. Oh, baby. Yeah, that's the 636 level coming up. So basically, I had to have a little bit of balls and jump in, right? Boom. See ya. 611. Next target is 611. 611. 611. I think that was a good read on the market. We understood the structure, understood the behavior. It just we're running into this news that kind of muzzles me a little bit because I'm not gonna just jump in there. Gonna give it a little bit of time, but that's what the market is doing. The bias is understood. The read is there. The target is there. 611 coming up. Where's your 10 contracts, Adam, when you need them, huh? Here you go. Well, I knew it when you're gonna be part of this one. There you go. Okay, that's done. 32, and that stops it. Okay. All right, so what are they doing here? Okay, so they're fading back. That's what they're doing. Just watch out. Don't get too excited about getting short right here. You see the distance, how close we are from that next target. That's what they do when they're trying to do a short-term bottom. So they're cleaning up the shorts right now. So what we have to do is we have to see more price action. Because whenever the market gets this close to a major target, you're gonna get a little bit of back and forth business here. So that's the channel that we are in, and that's the channel number 2, and they're trying to break it right here. So you have to. Yep. Yeah, they're definitely gonna be consolidating here. Yeah, see that bounce off of that level right here? That's. Hey Shingo, good morning. How are you? Shorts are struggling here. That's what they're doing. It's just the cleanup crew right now playing around. That doesn't mean the shorts cannot exert pressure again. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, so the bias is short. We are in the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko and close to the middle of the range on the 200. Well, that puts the market in a back and fill top of a area, and also you got this run up close to a target and then you reversed. That's just the typical behavior here. And harmony zone number 1, guess what? It's 61 by 71. That's a resistance, and 86 by 96. That's another harmony zone number 2. We're at the bottom end of the Globex band, and that band has the bottom of it is literally right here at 62. So you got a lot of confluence happening between that 60 to the 70, which is the actual break that we had earlier. So, I mean, they may get it all the way back up there, and then we need to see how well they handle. Here we go. We're coming up to it. So that's kind of behavior where they show this type of selling pressure, and most traders would just not see the fact that these levels are critical, and the fact that we didn't close under it is going to give us a rotation. So they get short here, and the market is just, punishing them. Good job, Steven. Good job. The spirits are with you today. Well, that's a good one. They are with you. I'm 100% too. I haven't put a trade yet. I've seen a lot of good trades. It just we're waiting. I want to make sure that I'm understanding what I'm seeing. What am I looking at? Do I understand the market that's in front of me? Yeah. Okay, so now you see the break and you see the retest, and this is channel number one on the upside, and we're going into resistance area. Resistance area is this harmony zone right now, and the expectation in and around this area, we should see the market make a high and a lower high. Yeah, I mean that's just, yeah. That's they typically get right at it or right before it, like right, and then just fade it, and that's what you just saw there. That's a good one to go 59, 58 against a 60 or 62. The target is what, 61 and a quarter. See, that's a walking up type of pattern, though. You see, a low, a higher low. You're running into a target. I get it, but that is just a grinding higher type of a pattern. Damn. 46. 46 to 59 level. That's 46 to 59 all day. Captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinko at 47. Watch out with your longs here. Watch out. If we get a break below 42, we're going to get a bit more momentum and resumption of the short pressure. The market is just trying to shift here. So watch out. So a couple of areas, one of them, let me see, 3 and 40. Yeah, the 40. The 40 is the critical level for the shorts. You're getting double top with a lower high against harmony zone number one. And you're getting a captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinko. So right here, you cannot break 61, basically. Flattening this trade, I'm flattening it. I mean, that may be I may have to jump back in if they put on another switch trade right there. The expectation of me taking that switch trade is to see a break below the 40. That would have kept me in the trade. And they're just sitting here doing this type of pattern, so I'm not gonna play that game. I like the fact that there's a captain setup, but I'm gonna go back to one contract and look for a re-entry. As long as we are trading under 60, I have a good shot at breaking that 40. Yeah, it was a little bit noisy. Yeah, I'm gonna go to one contract only here. It's just, am I having quotes issue or what? What is it? What's going on here? Yeah, I'm having quotes issues. Okay, so I got out of that one. It's a little bit over 10 points. I think it's 10 points. Yeah. Well, about less than 10 points. Okay, that's fine. But I need more. I need more of this. I mean, this is the kind of pattern. Are you guys having issues with the rhythmic? I mean, I could tell my quotes are just not off. Wow, that's nasty. Nasty, nasty. 40, 48. So, some guys are shifting from Chicago to Europe for better data feed. So they're retesting that captain setup, which is this form, that on the 30 into Rinko. I mean, that's not what you want to see happen with the shorts. I mean, obviously, I mean we made money off of this trade, but the idea here is to get the retracement to be shallow and a continuation trade happening, and the market is just not doing that right now. Going back to the big resistance of 59, 61 and a quarter and getting faded again. That's the third time. One, two, three times in a row. And what I needed to see also in order for that trade to continue is the cloud to start shifting negative and us breaking below the stop for this rotation, which is 628. And the fact that it paused here is not what I wanted to see. But we managed it. We made money and we're moving on to the next decision. captain setup short here is important. Let's see if I can get a bounce. Ooh, you nasty. Here we go. Let's get there. Don't do that. I'm gonna flatten that trade. I'll wait because that should not be okay. If they punch it to 51.75, I'll get back in. Yep, look at these. This is just so noisy. Yeah, there's definitely a delay in quotes, guys. What is this? Taking one off and waiting for the break, and it should break. Should break. Should break. Come on. You're not almost pregnant. You're pregnant. Let's go. Come on. 41, but I'm not going to get cute with this market. I'm getting issues with my quotes, guys. I'm getting issues with my quotes. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to get out of this. But it should break 41, then 40 against that 60. It was a six-prong captain setup short. I mean, I got in here. I didn't like the fact that it ran it up one more candle. Typically, they'll fail that. The fact that they came in back and gave me the six-prong captain setup got me in for two. You know, the noise got me out of one, and I took a small profit on the second one. So the total on this is profitable. It's just a little bit of noise here. Now, if they do, yeah, I gotta get in here again. That's the captain setup short. Yeah. Come on. Here we go. That's what I need to see. We should see another rotation lower. I'm gonna put a stop at 54. They come and get me. Good for them. They are coming to get me. Good for you. Thank you. That is so noisy. All right, yeah, I'll take a stop here. I'll take a stop. I'll take a stop, and I'm leaving this area alone. You break 40, I'll play. Otherwise, I'm leaving this stuff alone. Yeah, that's just so noisy. Yeah, it's a captain long against a captain short. You're getting a whole lot of cross traffic here, and I'm electing to leave it alone. If we break 40, then that will set the stage for the shorts to take control of the market again. It looks like that's what they want to do. A potential captain set up short on the 50 NT Rinko. Yeah, that's what the market wants to do. Okay. Yeah, let's look for rallies as a shorting opportunity here. That was just a little bit of noise. I mean, the a bigger stop would have been 62. I don't want to take a bigger stop. Yeah, whatever. Why? Yeah, I'm getting like literally my feed is going in and out. I took that small stop right here. This is just too jaggedy of a price. It's like that's a 3 point stop. That's an out here and this 48 level. Yeah, there's no trailers working anywhere here. I mean, they're fighting in a booth, a boxing booth, whatever they call it. They're fighting it off in what, like a 20, 30 point range. I mean, okay, that's fine. I gotta keep it. I mean, this is a fade, like a literally, this is the kind of market that you fade the edges on. Like if you have levels up at 57 to 62, you short that, and on the breakdowns, I mean, like literally a target right here. It flips off of it. I give this one here a shot at that 40 45. We needed to see the 39, and the market was just simply not doing it. So I took a small 3 point stop. You know, just once I recognized that the market was not behaving in the way it should, no need to stick around. I even closed my Apex connection, and I went to my Ninja Trader personal account connection only, and it's still acting a bit weird on the connection. I don't know if it's just something that I'm experiencing or you guys are experiencing the same. All right, so here we go again. We're hitting that resistance area and coming back in. Very nice, actually. 54 to that punch. It's 56. I mean, we're running right into resistance, which is harmony zone number one. And this is what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I mean, eventually, I mean, you keep chewing through that type of behavior, you're gonna end up breaking up if they keep doing it. 2.25. See, they're putting the captain set up long right here. I mean that's just an instigation for a push higher. Let's see how well they handle it. So I mean, there's a couple of things going on here. They failed the captain setup short on the 50 NT Renko. They ran over the 30 NT Renko captain setup short. They ran into this captain setup short. So there's a lot of formations under these levels are got run over, and that's going to generate stops, above harmony zone number 1, which is 71. And you break that, you already have the market disconnected between the 200 and the 100. So that's going to lend itself for a bit of a rally here that can take us to the 80s. So now the 45 to the 50 is a bit of a buy area. It's a two-sided market basically. I mean, whenever you got the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, which we're in right now, then you're gonna get a two-sided market where the longs can have a rotation, the shorts can have a rotation, and eventually one of them will win. So how the longs are gonna win if they hold on to the 45.50 and hold on to this captain setup long, which is at a 52 level, and run it up to the 70-80 level. That's how they will win, and there's a case for that. Where they will fail, obviously, under that, then we can start looking for another rotation short. But yep. Here they come again. You gotta read between the lines on this type of market. Okay. switch trade right here against that. So here we go. The shorts are coming in. There's another one here. There's a 70 NT wrinkle captain set up short at 33 and a quarter. On a swing trade basis, if the market gets to 624, then the market is back in sync, and the bigger targets of 611, then there's a target after that, which is in the 90s, 590s, is going to be a big possibility. Hey, AVS, good morning, buddy. Good morning, good morning. They're bleeding this thing. That's good. We're about to get to that 33 level. Then rallies are shortable, shortable, shortable. Yep. Yeah, let's see if we can get, that's 10, 20, that's a 30-point stop. Let's see if we can get an entry here. They may not give us an entry here. They may not give it. Damn. We're about 611 is a big target. Yeah, that's an interesting area right here, that 40 and a quarter. That should hold. All right, can I get an in? Can I get an in? Oh, well, I don't want an in on the run up. I need an in on the run down. That 42. Yeah, we're gonna flush this thing. We are gonna flush it. Push, baby, push. Shorts are gathering momentum here. The target that we have is 611. You have a captain set up short on the 70 NT Rinko. We're getting a reaction out of the 40s and the 50s. Yep. I mean, right here, if they close this candle, that could be a good continuation trade short. Yep. Right here, that 31, 32. I'm being a little bit more careful here, but ultimately, we're about to close the 100 NT Rinko and start moving toward that bigger target of 11, and then off you go to bigger things on the short side. The 200 and the 100 NT wrinkle are in sync on the short side. On a swing trade basis, the market is heading towards 611. Then from there, we're heading toward the 90s at that point. Steven, right after the market is good. I mean, not after the market, right after the room closes is good. The shorts. Juan said AAPI had some bad news and it's tanking. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking for the big trade here. I mean, we had a lot of. I mean, that Harmony Zone number one, it was a beast. It just kept holding it. When we broke that 45 that we talked about, the market established a harmony wave. We're still in that harmony wave. Apple, okay, got you. Yeah, thank you. I figured that's what you were saying, but damn it. 32. Really? Here we go again. All right, big ideas, big ideas. Let's think big. So, what would be a significant event by this market that will lend itself to, a big behavior, basically? So we have that 11 idea that, I mean, we're coming close to it, and we keep getting faded again, and we came here once before, right? And we saw what the market did. It just kind of kept inching up, and now they're retesting it again, and now they're bouncing it right back up. That's just not what you know it's very trappy in the way it's moving. Obviously, we're in a range, and the range is between that 11 to the 60, 50-point range. That's the big range. And within it, you have a lot of smaller uh, ranges. Let me see what this is. People keep talking. Let me see here. All right. Small rotational ranges. A big idea is if we break 61. Why? Because I'm going to show you something here that you're. See this right here? That's a captain setup long on the 100 NT Rinko. A very, very strong signal if it happens. Okay? Where did we see a captain setup? We saw a captain setup right here. And that was a short captain setup. And look where the market moved. It moved from 84 to 505 and eventually into the 600. So that's a over 120 point move. Captain setup long. He moved from 566 to 730. So if they come in here and they make a higher low and they put on a captain setup long at 661.75, then the natural target for that type of behavior is going to be 711, and then potentially a breakout above 740. Then you have a higher targets. That is the kind of setups that would, or that's the kind of price behavior that we will see off a setup that looks like that. Okay, so that's where my eye is gonna be going to. Are we on our way to 61? So how would the market behave if they're on their way to 61? Is you gotta break the 650, pull back, make a higher low, and shift the cloud on the 20 NT Rinko to positive, and inch your way up there. That's how they would do it. Okay? And if we continue to trade under 24, then I know that the market is not ready for that idea. Okay? But if we get to that 61, what do I need to do? From a swing trade perspective, there is a great deal of potential for that type of a run. Okay? But it's one of those trades where a 661 has, a 620 stop. So options can take advantage of that type of a trade better. And also, you may want to go into your 20 NT Rinko charts and pick smaller stops within that range for that run up and look to hold on to it. But that's, if this happened, then that's how I would react. I would look for a big long toward those highs. And I'm basing it on the consistent behavior of the 100 NT Rinko captain setups, which produce big, big moves. So just keep that in mind as the day is progressing. And if we get to that 61, we're literally breaking a captain setup on the 70 NT wrinkle. So that is actually will lend itself to a lot of these guys short covering. Okay, so the 24 will help the shorts. Above 650 will help the longs. ES is really not doing much of nothing. Like really stuck in a very, very tight range. It's almost untradeable. Unless you literally just like fading for few points here and there. You're fading against glowbacks and you're buying at the bottom of that range. That literally all that they gave you and not too many rotations. I would stay away from trading ES. It's literally a meat grinder, no direction. I don't like that conversation, Adam. Either 600 or bust. Well, we don't like bust. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, just be careful. I mean, you're buying, or I mean, what are you doing? You're going short, long. I take it you're going short. You need to break that 24. So that is your clue. The clue is 24. 640. Yeah, you're good. You're good. It needs to hold, and it's noisy here. I mean, one switch trade to 2675 will keep you in the trade for a push toward 24, then a breakdown. You need that. And you got to take your stop if it doesn't. They're coming for it. Yeah, you got to take it. You got to take it, man. You got to take your stop. Wow. 26, 36, 46. That would be huge. You tried, that's for sure. You did try. They just took your money and well, they took your trade. They didn't take your money. You got stopped out for break even. But yeah, we need 24. Then you're back in the game. I like it. I like it. They cannot keep a good man down. That's what I'm saying. Cannot keep a good man down. Let's do it. You gotta get that 24, man. You gotta get that 24. We know what a big trade on the long side would look like. We know where the break on the shorts need to happen at 24. The market is in sync on the short side right now. And the big target is 611. Next target under that is 95. And you will get momentum as we get to that level. You're going to get a speed in price action. And the market is just coiling and coiling and coiling. ES is not cooperating. It's just giving you a switch trade right here. So you really need to see the ES come back down to 46. And that, yeah, that's just there's a disconnect across the board right here. And that's what's keeping me away from this. I mean, there are trades on the edges of price. I mean, okay, so you got this trend line, anything around that 25 to 30, you're buying and you're distributing into the 40, 45. You know, you're making 2 or 3 points here and there, just playing that game. Or wait for the big move to start materialize and just ride that one. See, look at this one here. That's a captain setup short on the 70 NT wrinkle with a stop above the 68, which is a 61, gets you the captain setup on the whatchamacallit, on the 100 NT wrinkle. Take a look here. That is the same exact setup we had yesterday. That's like literally to the tick, to the T, what the market did yesterday, which is they produced a captain setup short on the 70, ran it down 1.5 candle, then reversed above it, producing 100 NT wrinkle captain setup that ran over 100 plus points. So where we at is literally the uncle point in price. If we do not break below that 620 into this next target, this is what we're gonna get. And the move will be massive. There's a lot of symmetry in price action. So that's kind of what I mean, the market is just acting in the same way here. So if we don't get to that 611 and soon, watch that upside and look this chart up. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. That ES switch trade, that was what was a clue. Oh, Jesus, hold on. There was a clue right there with the ES. A switch trade right here. I mean it's not like it's just it breaking out in any way, but that definitely was not a positive thing. It needed to close below 46 in order for this to remain negative and put pressure on NQ for a break. It was just simply not doing it. So we're better off waiting for the 24 to break. Then I feel like you'll get a little bit more momentum and better price structure. 623. $87. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Switch trade right here will have an upward push, meaning a close above that 44 will run stops between the 45 to the 55. And here comes something that Adam likes. And that's what. So if we don't get to that 24 right here, and this candle right now closes higher, you are going to get a push up. So right now is important. Yeah, we got to get that closed first, 44 quarter. The market is trying to get people to bid. The market is trying to get people to place their bets. Here we go. That's what we need to see, and we should see the push. Yeah, and so you just gotta remember tomorrow we got the FOMC meeting, right? Meeting, Fed fund rate, the statement, the whole bit. So what we're seeing today with lethargic price action is just. Mm-mm-mm. I recognize this market as something that is lethargic, and it is range bound, and it's anticipating big news from the FOMC meeting news. So if you find yourself up a little bit of money, and nothing wrong with kind of keeping your powder dry and wait for the last hour of the day and see if we can get better price action, or you wait for 61 to show up or 24 to show up. I mean, I had early trades. I mean, this is where I'm at for the day. Not a big day, but I felt like we read the market fairly decent. I took small stops, kept it very, very tight and small. And 51, I mean, I'll call that a flat day. That's where we at. Very close to equity. I think very close to equity high. We got slapped around yesterday a little bit, recovered later on. I think I was down like $700 or something. Came back in, made a little bit back toward the end of the day, and today is what you see. And I'm not coming back for this market. FOMC meeting, trading, you really have to capture the first hour of the day and leave it alone. And the same thing for tomorrow. When tomorrow shows up, I'm gonna be like boom, the first hour, and I'm gonna be done. Then wait for the FOMC numbers to show up. Then you're gonna get the volatility, and we can take a look at it then. Then typically the days after that are really good trading. So that's what we're dealing with. Ain't nothing wrong with this. Here we go. Yeah, the longs are perking up. I mean, 61 is not that far away. Why? Adam. Here comes the 61. 5K is a lot of money, brother. You gotta size up. You gotta size right. 50 of that 5K, like one or two contracts. 7,500. Yeah, that gets there. And ES was the clue to a lot of this stuff. I mean, like literally the fact that they put on switch trade, ran it up to Globex. It just the longs are, you just see, they're firming up a little bit. The 45 to the 55 range that we talked about. You're looking at 60. If 61 shows up, you got a captain set up long on the 100 into Winco, and we talked about the significance of that. Sorry, Emmanuel. I was just setting up a reminder on my Alexa here, so I was talking but not talking to everybody. Yeah, the game here, as I see it, is to get in tune with your market read and have fun doing that. Like understanding these different levels and what they're doing, and then following along through that. Like the focus in my mindset is not necessarily do I want the market to go long, or do I want the market to go short. It's more of, do I understand clearly what the market is doing, and can I assess risk clearly to where I know how much it will cost me if I'm wrong, and make that as small as possible. That's the exciting game for me. Is to be in harmony with the market. Like I understand what makes me like happy is like, oh, I understand what they're doing. Like I understand what they're trying to do. Now, if I understand it and I make money, great. If I understand it and I manage my risk well and I lost a little bit of money, I'm happy. What makes me kind of a little bit not happy is not necessarily, it's just me if I don't manage my risk properly. Like I lose a little bit of my discipline and I end up taking on too much risk when I knew I should not. That's what gets me. Or them not getting me my fills when I need to. That gets me too. like like you should fill me here. Like I'm waiting on a good trade. I've been waiting all day long, and you get there and you miss it by a tick. That's not right. It's not right. Damn. Was that a? Absolutely. Because I mean, you really have. Yeah, I mean, nobody has control over the risk, right? I mean, not the risk, but nobody has control over the market. I mean, I'm constantly looking for ways to lose, you know, $1 and try to make two. Like that's the key. Like if I, I'm constantly doing research and stuff like that, trying to figure out where in price action can I lose 2 points, 8 ticks, and make 10 points. That's I've been trying. I'm trying to crack that code. I know, Steven. I've been waiting on those too. I've been waiting on them too. I mean, oh, damn. Does Warren Buffett and BlackRock move the market? Yeah, I mean, big money moves the market. Doesn't matter if it's Warren Buffett or somebody else. Anybody with big money moves the market. We don't move the market. They do. Yeah, there's a little bit of a buying interest coming in here at the 36. I mean, ultimately, if you break above that 640, 675, you'll trigger some another run back up to that 55. I mean, this market is just basically happy meandering around with not much, significant push either way, and not a market that I want to hyper trade. I mean, 37 and a quarter. Well, I mean, it's Bond. You remember the GameStop boys, right? I mean, these boys are not even institutions, and they moved that market around because they got together, they put their money together, and they stuck it to the big boys. So you put enough money together, you can move the market. But when we're talking about enough money, we're talking millions and millions and millions. God dang it. Let me see here. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so that that run back up should have 50 to 55 targets. Even if it's slow, they're probably just inch it up. I mean, the stop is 37. Rejecting them. Actually, did not. I didn't see that movie, but I saw. I think it was in Netflix, and I have it as something I want. I'm interested in watching. Well, we know we need to get to 61, and for the shorts to get, actually now we have a different level for the shorts. Yeah, actually it's still 24. We got to get to 24. All right. 35, 35. Yeah, here we go. We go. And on ES, you're getting a little bit of a fade going on. So how, if you compare what happened in NQ versus ES, and that's a good observation, Adam. Um, how ES already retraced, and it took NQ a minute to think about it, and then they sold it. It's a bit of disconnect there. I mean, not like on ES you already went from 55 down to that 53 and a quarter, and NQ was still up there, and then all of a sudden, boom, they figured out that stuff is not right, and they start selling it off. And ES is stronger than NQ, like you said. All right, so we're looking for 24. Why? Because this is what you're going to get when you get to 24. You're going to get a captain setup switch trade on 24 at 624 and a quarter. And if we don't, then, and this candle closes at 60, then you're getting that captain setup. I mean, they're literally doing the exact same thing. Exactly the same thing. In the same exact spot. Well, not exactly the same spot, but it in price action, the same exact spot. The only difference that you're seeing, which could be significant here, is the fact that we shifted the cloud on the 100 NT wrinkle, while here we're at the beginning of the cloud. And that could pose to be the most significant factor here. Because if they break it to 24 and a quarter, you're gonna get a captain setup switch trade on the 100 NT wrinkle. I mean, I have to get aggressive on the short side, like really, I have to. That would be the play. But it's just so interesting how they be like, they're behaving in such a similar ways. All right, guys. So where's everybody at so far across the board? Two trades, two greens. Okay. Good luck, Adam. You got this. You got this, buddy. You got this. Liv, good job. I mean, that's only pretty much what you got going on here, Pat. One, two. I mean, this 45 level, 45 level here. If that holds and then we close at 36.75, that will be the beginning of the push lower. It's 12. Okay, so it's 12.02. All right, so 1, 2, and a 3. And a 3, where is this thing? 48.75. Let's see here. Okay, two. Okay, so we got to that one. Yeah. See that? Such a grinder. Holy crap. This thing is not going anywhere in a hurry. All right, so we all know what the big levels are, right? 24, 61. Anything in between is just a literally just a sideways chop consolidation where you can trade the edges of that price with very small profit targets, small targets with small stops. But that's it for me, guys. I mean, I'm up slightly for the day. I'll take it. FOMC meeting is tomorrow. We're going to focus on the first half an hour. And once that is behind us, we'll wait for the FOMC and try to read the market. We should have really robust price action going forward after the FOMC. And just remember to capture that number 1 second before it's released. It's going to be significant for the remainder of the quarter till the next announcement. And that's it for me, guys. Steven, you could exit and come back if you want to, or you could stick around. We'll talk.